Hi, I'm Craig Meriwether, and I'm a hypnotherapist. And this is the first video in a weekly series called Mindset Mastery. And throughout the weeks ahead, I'm going to talk about using the power of your subconscious mind to heal and create your best life. I'm going to go more in depth into about what hypnosis is and what it isn't, and how you can use therapeutic hypnosis to heal and transform very quickly. I'll answer your questions, and some weeks I'll even use the time to take you through actual hypnotherapy techniques, all in the comfort of your own home. It can be that easy. But to start off with, I want to tell you a story about Mr. Wright. Now, Mr. Wright was dying of orange-sized cancerous tumors all over his body and his lymph nodes of his neck, his groin, his chest, and his abdomen. His doctors had exhausted all possible treatments. But this was 1957, and a clinical trial of a new anti-cancer drug called cryobalin was about to start. Mr. Wright had heard about it. He desperately wanted to get into that drug trial because he thought cryobalin was his best chance of staying alive. Well, the big problem is that in the research study, in the trial, you needed to have months to live. They needed to follow you through the course of treatment and seeing how the drug worked. Mr. Wright had about a week left, maybe 2 weeks at most, before he was going to die of the cancer all over his body. Well, he begged, he pleaded, and his doctor pulled some strings, and they got him into the trial. Now, Mr. Wright, and that was just a pseudonym as he's referred to in the research paper that talked about this experience, well, he was fighting for every breath as he lay basically on his deathbed. Well, the doctor gave him his first dose of cryobalin on a Friday. Doctor left for the weekend. When the doctor came back on Monday morning, Mr. Wright was wandering about, cheerfully ambling around the unit, joking with the nurses. He was in a hospice unit in the LA area, Los Angeles area. His tumors had shrunk to half the size, and after about 10 more days of cryobalin treatment, he was released from the hospital, cancer-free. What's extraordinary about this is no one else in that entire study who was given cryobalin got better. No one else given cryobalin showed any signs of improvement. Over the next couple of months, Mr. Wright just lived life. He was healthy. He was feeling great. When an article in the Los Angeles Times came out and talked about how cryobalin was being looked at as a disappointment, there were questions about the effectiveness. Nobody really seemed to be getting better. At least 99.9% of the people weren't getting better. And a couple days later, Mr. Wright ended up back in that hospice unit, that cancer hospice unit, with the tumors back all over his body. Well, the doctors had nothing, no other treatments to give to him. So what they decided to do is lie to him. And they told him, yes, there was a problem with that original batch of cryobalin that wasn't refrigerated properly. And they just received a shipment of not only properly refrigerated cryobalin, but they had redone the formula, found the best parts and the healing parts of the medication, and created super cryobalin. Master Wright couldn't have been more thrilled. So they gave him another dose, but it was a placebo. It was just a substance that contained no healing or medicinal properties, just saline injection. And once again, Mr. Wright improved. He left the hospital about a week later, cancer-free, symptom-free. And he remained cancer-free for about another 2 months or so until the LA Times came out and said, yeah, cryobalin had been pulled. They had ended the test because it was an absolute failure, and that cryobalin had been a sham and didn't work. And Mr. Wright passed away the next day. So what's extraordinary about this is not only a fascinating look at the placebo effect, an extraordinary look at the placebo effect. Somebody literally through mind, because it was proven that cryobalin had no healing properties. It didn't heal anybody. Mr. Wright healed himself. He healed himself of his own cancer. But it's also an extraordinary example of the nocebo effect, that your negative thoughts also have an effect not only on you mentally and emotionally, of course, but also physically. Mr. Wright got better because he knew he was going to be saved. And it was with his thoughts that he created the joyous feelings of being cancer-free. And with his thoughts and his feelings, this told his body to create certain actions to heal his body. The result is he basically cured himself of cancer like a week before he was about to die. And this is one of the reasons why I'm fascinated with hypnotherapy, why I became a hypnotherapist. I'm fascinated with the idea that you can give somebody a sugar pill or saline injection, even perform fake surgery. And a certain percentage of those people, through their belief that they will be healed, will get better with a substance that has zero healing capabilities. There was a research study that was done at the University of Texas. Arthroscopic surgeon was working on knees. He wanted to see if the scraping method or this flushing out method worked better, people healed quicker, that kind of thing. Well, to get it published, you have to have a control group. He literally had to do fake surgery on people. And what they found is that even the people who received fake surgery got better. Nothing happened. They kind of whirled them in, they put them under. They pretended to do a surgery for about 45 minutes just in case there was some conscious awareness of what was happening. So that in case they kind of woke up maybe a little bit, they would know that their surgery was going on. They actually made 2 incisions around the knee, but that's it. That's all they did. And they wheeled them into post-op, and these people were using walkers and canes, and now they're playing basketball with their grandchildren. It's a great BBC documentary about this. Fake surgery, and people got better. Their bodies, automated healing system takes over. And through the placebo effect, they create the exact chemistry within their own physiology equal to the substance that they think they're taking, whether it's drugs or the surgery. And so the big question is there a way to tap into the placebo effect and mobilize our inner resources for healing without having to be tricked with fake medicine or fake procedures? The placebo effect proves that we have the capability to help heal our bodies. Researchers and scientists have been proving that over and over again for hundreds of years. So the scary thing a little bit is like the nocebo effect's been proven too, that we have the ability to harm ourselves through our thoughts, through our feelings. So how does one harness the power of the mind? How does one harness the power of your own belief system? How do you harness the power of your own subconscious mind without using a fake pill or fake surgery? Can you teach somebody to relax the mind and body to the point where they can tap into their own body's healing response and change their state of being? And yes, this is where hypnotherapy comes in. Hypnotherapy is designed to illuminate possible patterns of belief in your subconscious mind that may be blocking you from health, joy, success, and abundance in your life today. Add positive suggestions, healing suggestions to program your subconscious mind for success, health, and reach your full potential, and you will create your best life. So by using this deep therapeutic relaxation, hypnotherapy moves the body out of the fight or flight stress response and into the healing relaxation response. The hypnotherapist, then again adds these suggestion instructions so the subconscious mind is responding to new ways of being. So until we learn how to access the subconscious mind directly, lasting changes, you can use this methodology to access your subconscious mind directly. So lasting changes can happen quickly and easily. Now, what's interesting is hypnotherapy doesn't give you control over anything you've never had control over before. Hypnotherapy just gives you a way of accessing what you've always had control over, but maybe just never took the time to access or to train. You've always had the ability to access your subconscious mind, to take responsibility for your emotions, your actions, your beliefs, but you never had the training to do it. Hypnotherapy activates your natural healing process. It mobilizes the subconscious mind, the autonomic nervous system, to do the healing for you. Hypnotherapy doesn't do the healing for you. I'm certainly not going to fix you. Hypnotherapy doesn't fix you. Hypnotherapy is a technique that activates your own healing potential, right? Here's the amazing thing about the subconscious mind. You know what the problem is, and you know what the answer is. Yes, maybe it's in that unconscious part of mind behind that veil. But your subconscious mind knows what you need to do to heal. And this is why in this work, I don't need to analyze you. I don't need to take months and months and months to get to know you, to tell you what your problem is, to diagnose you, to prescribe for you. You know. You have the power, the ability, and the right to create the life you want. You know what the problem is, and you know what to do about it. That's why in this work of therapeutic hypnosis, we're not doing 80, 90, 100 sessions over 2 years. We're not doing 60 sessions over a year. With hypnotherapy, we do an average about 3, 4, 5 sessions. because you're going to find the healing within you. By going down deep into your inner stillness, you can find your own healing. So that's the average, 3, 4. So yeah, maybe sometimes it's 1 or 2, maybe it's 6 or 7. But you will find the healing because you're using your ability to heal yourself. So you can find out more about me at Arizona Integrative Hypnotherapy, and even though Arizona is in the title, I work with people all over the country, all over the world, through the power of virtual sessions over Zoom, just like this, working, and it works very, very well because people feel comfortable in their homes. So find all the links below in the description, and I'm happy to talk with you over the phone or through email about how hypnotherapy can help you. Stay tuned, subscribe, all that good stuff for future videos about hypnotherapy and how to master your mindset.